Now this is the pattern I'm going to be tying. Basically it's a blush and buzzer, meaning by the cheeks. Nice bright colour. This one's got the hackle in front. It's just the next stage. It's just slightly at the point where it's starting to obviously hatch, and the white or badger or even black works on this pattern. This one's got the white hackle obviously. Now it's quite simple to tie. It's just a strip quill body using black thread, Peacock Herl, a bit of floss, fluorescent floss and a hackle, so it's straightforward. Now to start it off, the thread I'm using this thread here, it's a flat thread, UTC 70 in black. Now this just puts a nice flat surface down, a base down for the quill. Now just wind round the bend. Now I'm controlling the turns using the waist piece by keeping it tight. I get to that point there, remove the waist. This is a peacock which I've stripped using bleach. Now I haven't done it completely, meaning I take it back to a point where there's just a hint of the herl still there, and basically then what I do is just run my nail lightly through it, just to remove what's left. There's not much. Then the best of the quill is actually the bit at the bottom, so I'm going to tie it in there so you get the best mark. Just catch it at the back with, when you tear it off, you get this wee piece of the stem, you can actually tie it in. And then we just work our way up. Again, touch and turns. Now we can taper it slightly if you can get down, so we take it up to in line with the point. You can get down a wee bit, say about 2/3 or so, and come back up. And that should be fine. It's not flat enough there, so I'm just going to go back. What you do is just put the hook to the side, spin it anti-clockwise. This will flatten the thread, smoothing it out. And there we are. Take away any material. And then we just, first turn you'll get a wee twist in it, so just rub it with the back of your nail. That'll flatten it. You can either rib it, meaning leave a space, or you can be touching and just use a quill, which I'm doing with this one. All the way up to this point. 3 or 4 turns, make sure it's secure. You can break it away. And then wet finish. Now you can use a UV resin. I'd probably use a light one if I was going to be using one. But I'm just going to use clear varnish, 2 coats of clear varnish. If I can open the bottle anyway. Now, it's just a preference, whether you like the resin or not. A lot of people use it, happy with it, so you just use what you like. So I'm putting a clear varnish, but it's important that you put a wee bit of the varnish onto the bare hook at the back here. That stops any water penetrating in at the back. And there's your body. As you can see, a lovely quill body. And as I say, a couple of coats and it's fine, but obviously I can't use this, so I'm on line my desk here. And there we are. It's got a nice body, a nice shape, there's a nice mark on it. Now that's 2 coats of varnish there. Then what we do, I'm changing threads. Wax the thread, and I'm using the Uni. The Uni is a round thread, it grips better as far as I'm concerned when it comes to things like this. The flat thread wants to spread out and you struggle usually to tie it off. Now for the cheeks I'm using this material here. This is Uni-Floss in hot orange. This is the neon one, which is really fluorescent, as you can see, bright orange. And what we do is we just catch it on the side, take a length off obviously, a couple of turns to hold there. Just going to tidy the end up here, make sure it's nice and square. Catch this on, again on the side. You could tie it through bottom, bring it onto the top, but this is you want this on the side. Just make sure it's secure, leave a space for the hackle, just watch. Now I've got some dyed black Peacock Herl. Just to find, there you go, I'm just going to line up the ends. Tie this on the way back down to the cheeks, see where I am, make sure I'm in line with the point of the hook, yep. And then basically what I'm going to do is wind this up and back down to thicken the thorax just slightly. Get to the top here, and then I'm going to run the thread through and back up. And then you can see just break that away. It's nice and tight. And then we can bring the cheeks forward. Then we can pull these back fibres, just roll away your fingers so they sit nice. And then we can take this forward, both ends. Nice and tight. Make sure it's secure. Trim away. Just make sure you wax your thread at this point. Take my thread right to the eye so I can basically force back these cut ends. Tucks them in. I'm using a white cock hackle, so this is just a white cock, Chinese cock. Now, you can use hen or you can use whatever you have. Or you can leave it out because it's a good part of the way it's sitting just now. Take away the fluff at the base of the feather. Just trim the stem so you can tie it in. Now I have waxed the thread so I can catch it. Now you want the front of the hackle, the face of the hackle towards the eye. 2 or 3 turns secure. You can fold the hackle and you only need a turn or so. So you want to make sure that you start the fibres obviously behind. Just see what it's like there, a couple of turns, nice straight turns. Catch it in. And don't be shy of head because the Midge has a decent sized head, so just fold it back. Nice and tight, keep the thread tight, you can break that off. Flat finish. Trim away your thread. And roll back the fibre here. And there we are. So not too bad. The length of the fibre is up to yourself. This is the type of length that I would normally tie. You could go shorter. It's entirely up to you. And then all we have to do is varnish the head. Just not too much on it. Just work your way around. Just if you can rotate your vise, obviously. And there we are. And that's your blushing midge. As I say, you can have it without the hackle or with the hackle, and it could be different colours, white, badger, cree, it could be obviously black. So there's a few colours you could use in this fly or this combination. But the quill body, you can see, I'd give the head another coat of varnish, just allow that to dry, and that'd be it. So I hope you enjoyed that. It's another nice pattern I would certainly recommend at this time of the year, and thank you for watching.